Hey guys, so I wanted to make kind of an intro video about what this learning at home time will look like. We will probably for sure not be going back to the school building this year. The construction up there is just crazy. Like I had to go up there yesterday or Monday and try and get all my stuff out of my room because they're knocking down the basement. So it looks like this will be what we're doing for the rest of the year. And so I just wanted to kind of show you the resources and kind of explain the expectations for you. So first on Google Classroom here, I have a new topic that's learning at home resources. So we won't be doing schoolwork, we won't be doing ed puzzles, anything like that for your grades. But if I ever have something from me that I want to show y'all, I'll put it on Google Classroom. So make it a habit of checking Google Classroom at least once a week to see if there's anything uploaded here. If I'm getting a lot of the same questions about things that are confusing in the Edgenuity course, which I'll get to here in a minute, I might make a video of me working through some problems just so you have those resources available to you here. So learning at home resources, you can see I put an assignment already that goes to my Google Voice phone number. I'm not going to text y'all often, but it's good to check in. So this is just a Google form. It looks like this. You just fill it out, your name, your phone number. If you've reset your password, if you have a Chromebook, the Chromebook is one per household. So if you have siblings or whatever, and you only have one that you're sharing, that's still a yes. If you have internet at the house, how you're doing, and then near the end, make sure you've sent a text to this Google Voice number because I'm going to save y'all's contact info so I can check in with you. All right, so there's that one. The other thing that I have on here already are this link to office hours. So there's a lot of people are doing Zoom, but we're going to try Google Meets because it links really well with Google Classroom. So it's just kind of a video chat place where you can come drop in and ask questions about things you don't understand. And I'll kind of explain that here in a little bit. But I will probably update this link. So this one's for tomorrow from 9:30 to 10:30. So I'll come back to that. Okay, so this PowerPoint, learning at home. So the expectations are first, just in general, all of your core classes. So that's math, science, English, history. All of those are for sure on Edgenuity, on the Edgenuity platform. If you have, for those of you who are also in forensics, that's not on Edgenuity. That might be Google Classroom. So your teacher should be getting in contact with you about what platform you're going to be using. But for us, it's Edgenuity. So that being said, Ms. Harvey has absolutely no say over what topics are covered, what lessons look like, what the assignments are. I have no control. So I'm going to take one assignment for a grade each week from Edgenuity. And we'll kind of walk through what that looks like here in a sec. So I also have office hours every day, Monday through Friday, as long as it's not a holiday. So for example, Friday is Good Friday, and this coming Monday is Bad Weather Day. I might still have them on that Monday, but Friday for sure I probably won't have them. Whenever we get to May and we have Martin Luther King, no, what day is in May? Whatever the day is in May, I probably won't have them. But they're from 9:30 to 10:30, and it's just using that Google Voice link or Google Meets link, and you just drop in. If you can't attend, I know 9:30 to 10:30 is early. I was just trying to find a time that I knew other teachers weren't doing, and also if you are still working, that might be a time that you're still able to get on. That it's a little bit later than 8:30, but it's still before a lot of people go to work. So if you can't do that and you have questions, you can always email me here. And then, like I said, check Google Classroom every week for announcements and resources. So office hours is that link to Google Meets. And so the way office hours work, and this is true when you get to college, so this is just a little taste of that, is drop in whenever. So I'll be on between 9:30 and 10:30. If you have one question and you're like, Miss Harvey, I don't understand this one problem in the assignment, and that's a 3-minute question, you can log in at 10 o'clock, ask your question, and I'll answer it, and then you can jump off the meeting. Office hours are not like class where you have to be there between 9:30 and 10:30. Okay. That being said, I think I'm going to give a participation grade each week that you just drop in one time. So if you say I'm going to do all my work over the weekend, and on Mondays I'll log in and ask Ms. Harvey my questions, and then I won't log in again until next Monday, that's cool. So just make sure you're logging in and just saying hey, and we can check in and see how you're doing on your work. So how to stay on track. Can I move this? Okay. So I will also post this PowerPoint in what is that? Google Classroom. But this is the schedule for the rest of the year. So this is this week you're expected to be working in the gas laws unit, and these are the specific modules you want to get through. So this is how you're going to stay on track for the rest of the year. Okay. This is the schedule. You can get ahead of schedule. I asked about if you sat down and you're like, I'm going to do all of this work and finish in 3 weeks, and by May I'm going to be done with chemistry. I did not get a clear answer that you could not do that. So if that's the life you want to live your best life. But this is what they're expecting you to get through this year. These, well, not nuclear is pretty good, but thermodynamics and gas laws are some of the harder units in chemistry in the class. Like you'll notice that there is gas stoichiometry. So stoichiometry has come back. So you want to devote some time to these each day, but I understand that you are also doing this online learning for other classes. So just do what you need to do. Okay, let's go back here. So Edgenuity, this is what it looks like for chemistry. It has, so this is the gas laws unit. And then there's the intro kind of stuff to gas laws, and then the lab for Charles's law. So these are the first two things that you're expected to get through this week. Okay. You just click through, and if you get to the part where you're on an assignment and you're like, oh, I don't get this, that's when you would log on to office hours and ask about it. I think the Boyle's Law lab and then the ideal gas law are the next week. Gas stoichiometry, I think you get a whole week on. But this is the rest of the course right here. So once you get nuclear chemistry and you get through this last quiz, you're done. Like that is the rest of chemistry, and it tracks your progress. I can see how you're working on it. Also, just so it's said, if you don't do any of your work, if you're like, I'm not going to log on to this is dumb, they will fail you and make you take summer school or take it again next year. So just because this is a weird learning online thing doesn't mean that you're excused from it. So if you are a senior, make sure you get your butt on Edgenuity every day and you are doing your work, because you will not graduate if you don't. Okay, so this is just kind of what it looks like. You find it on your apps, which look different now. Right here, Edgenuity courseware, that's where you can go. Also, just to point out, Google Classroom is right here. So at this point, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I will hopefully see a lot of you in Google Meets tomorrow or next week.